Scarlet Witch, issue number 1. So after multiple successful attempts at making the character relevant in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, somebody at the editorial level is like, what if this character was relevant in the comic books again? You know, Wanda's such a weird character in the comic books because she has had so many interesting storylines that have made her so many things. None of them really stick. It's very weird. And there's no clear, message or, direction you could send somebody where it's like, this is the story you read for Wanda, this is the good one. They're all over the place. It's hard to get Wanda right because the character could just be mixed everywhere. So I understand after movie attempts, you want to make the character relevant in the comic books. I get that. Now here's my, just tinfoil hat theory thing going on. I think this book existing comes from the character being popular in the MCU, but the reason she's getting a solo title that is ongoing is because the company wants to see if they can track the success of this book to sales profiting Marvel in a big way that they could potentially launch a Scarlet Witch solo movie. I literally think that's what it is. Oh, this book's selling in the top 10 every month it comes out. Elizabeth Olsen's getting her own movie 2025. That's what I think this is. I think that's the trajectory we're going with this. All that said, this book was pretty cool. We'll get into it because it does feel very familiar if you are reading other books at Marvel, but you have Steve Orlando writing, Sarah Pichelli doing the artwork. Two names I really like. Two names that are very strong for a book like this. So when we open it up, we open up with Wanda building some sort of building in the middle of New York. Very reminiscent of the scene of WandaVision where she's trying to construct her house. You get that? Cool. There's the WandaVision reference. We can all move on. Cut back to the Pacific Ocean where Wanda's fighting this big creature, Dr. Hydro. She's using her magic to take him down. Just a clean fight. She saves a bunch of weird devil-worshipping people on a cruise ship, and it's all fun. It seems like it's been a long time since Wanda has been strictly a superhero character. Because she is part of just the stuff that killed the mutants and destroyed the Avengers and all that stuff. She's been relegated to the weird sidelines of just the character that exists in the weird magic bubble for the non-magic worlds. It's good to see her in her own like this. I think it's very powerful. I haven't read a Wanda book since the Trial of Magneto. I didn't even finish the Trial of Magneto because I didn't think it was that great. So I haven't seen her in a while, so this is really cool to see. So she defeats Dr. Hydro. She heads back to this bookstore called the Emporium, where we see Darcy Lewis is working there. Remember Darcy, Kat Dennings from the movies, making her comic debut? She was in WandaVision for 2 minutes, and I don't think she had any screen time with Elizabeth Olsen, if I can remember. But here we go. It's working. So Wanda shows up. She is looking more Romani than ever before in any of the comics, which is kind of cool to see. I like seeing that, so it's her bookstore for some reason, and as she's talking to Darcy, guess who just shows up out of the blue? It's her brother Pietro, also looking more Romani than ever before. He is great. I love it. Here's the current continuity. These people are older, they're hotter. He's got a kid with Crystal. They're off in space somewhere. He's just bored and checking in on his sister. Gets her a tea. They start having a conversation about what she's doing in this place. So, what is Wanda doing in her solo book? Well, if anybody has kept up with my channel, you know I've been reading and reviewing this book called Moon Knight. And in Moon Knight, we see that he is opened up with a midnight mission, which is where the strangers of the night, the travelers of the night, can come to him and ask for help in his area of New York. Well, Wanda is doing something very similar to that too. She's even got her own Reese in the character of Darcy. She's got her own outfit she wears when she's inside here. She has this place called The Last Door. Now, The Last Door has this seeking spell on it that if whoever walks through it is there because they need something of the utmost importance. It's just a place you walk into if you need to go there. It's the only place you need to go to because there is something wrong in the world, magic related or not. It draws you to this door to get help. And Wanda, she's going to do a Moon Knight thing and help out there. And that is a good concept. It seems like it's working, so I'm on board with it. There is a scene where you think that Pietro's that's kind of dumb. She's like, I actually implemented something in your mind a long time ago, so I can see exactly what you're thinking, and you're impressed. That's kind of fun. Very fun sibling stuff. I do like seeing it. He's just like, okay, so you're doing this, but you're still hiding something about it, so I don't know what that means, but okay, cool, good for you, sis. It's all going great. As they're all there talking, somebody walk-throughs the last door. Who is it? It's this woman from Italy, and cool, that's it. Then we get like the page break where we get all like the credits, and I'm like, okay, that's how you want to open up this book, because I had no idea what we're going to do, but that formula has worked for Moon Knight. It did make it a very successful book that exists solely because it's coming off of an MCU counterpart. So I like the idea that they're doing the same for Scarlet Witch. Now, does it feel hacky? No, I don't think it does at all. You can feel the beats being made where it is kind of similar in that vein. It's also kind of got like Mike Tyson mysteries where it's like, hey, someone comes in, we get the thing, we go off. Those all work well because, one, you get episodic comic books then. You can do an adventure in one issue and not have to worry about an entire arc going into like a trade. It works really well for this story. We meet this woman. Her name is Jeanette Chase. She doesn't know why she was there. She kind of just like went downtown to get vegetables, and suddenly like something led her to walk through the store. So she walks into it. She instantly recognizes who Wanda is because she knows a bunch about Stephen Strange and magic. And the idea is, okay, so I'm here for some reason. I walked through a door that turned out to be a portal that led me here. What am I doing here? Very weird. So she goes into what exactly is going on in her hometown. It's called Ametris. This know-nothing villain named the Corruptor has taken it over and has influenced all of its people. So we see this weird dude just posing as the mayor, taking everybody in control, but she's not in control because she has this weird like stone on her neck that Wanda calls a worry stone, and it's got some sorts of like magic dampening powers on it from her father that gave it to her. So Wanda's like, okay, how about I go to Ametris? I'm going to fix that situation for you. My brother is going to clean the stone. It'll help balance the magic so you can help free your wife. Everything's going to be great. That's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Here's the thing I want to say about this book too, kind of before we get into it. This isn't a criticism. This is a compliment. It's a really, really sassy gay kind of book, and I really dig that. Every character is kind of like drawn with like that perfect, it's like sass added to it. The storyline's got people in crazy costumes. I think it's great. It's awesome because when you see the Corruptor in this book and when Wanda goes to fight him, the dude's wearing the worst V-neck shirt I've ever seen with big pink boots. It's insane, and I love it. So she puts all of the town to sleep when she gets to Ametris, walks up to the guy, and she gets Jeanette to come back and use her stone to help free her wife. And then it's just like a screaming match as the Corruptor's trying to talk to Wanda like, this is stupid, you're bad. I make people feel things. How about you feel every bad thing you ever did? And we get like a splash page of like Wanda having to remember all of the bad stuff she's done in her history, which is drawn a little too pretty in my opinion. Not a negative, very much a positive, because that's kind of fun. It also helps that Wanda's just like faking like, oh no, seeing all the bad stuff I did is affecting me. And we see Jeanette helps free her wife, and that leads Wanda to be like, okay, you are such a loser, dude. Like, you thought showing me the stuff I've done would, like, affect me or break me? I know what I've done. I've paid for my sins. Everything's going great for me. And then she just turns him to stone, and it's like, you know what? The curse I put you on, it can only be freed by the ones who hurt you. And the people of Ametris are the ones that were hurt by you. Do you think they're going to be friendly? You think they're going to be friendly? Is that what you think is going to happen? Perfect. Some people have literally like pickaxes ready to attack this guy. That's pretty dope. I love it. The artwork is breathtaking. This feels like it's going to be the next big book at Marvel. I love the way it feels. I love the way it's playing off itself. What a cool book. And we see, okay, Wanda solved the problem. The people of Ametris are going to be fine again. They might kill a guy, but who cares? Everyone's happy. And Wanda's like, if you ever want to come back, come on back to my place. It's great. The last door. It's great. It's really fun. So she walks back in. I should mention, like, her entire costume throughout this time, she has, like, her hair turning into, like, some weird cosmic energy, morphing from, like, a violet to a fuchsia color. It's very cool. Very fun. So she heads back, meets up with Darcy. They're going to close up for the night, going to have a few drinks. We realize that Darcy is also somebody that walked through the door, but we're not going to tell you why she walked through or what she needs help with. She's going to work there for free. You're like, okay, I buy that completely. No issues with that whatsoever. And as they pack up for the night, they're walking out the door. Suddenly, there's another person that walks through the last door. When they turn around to see who it is, it's Vision. And Wanda's like, you could kind of say she's my daughter. Really? Okay, I guess it's the brain. Yeah, okay, because the brain patterns for... what's what's the name of Viv's mom? I can't remember. I'm glad we've seen Viv come back. That's kind of cool. And that's where the book ends. And I haven't felt this excited about a Marvel comic in a while. I'm not saying they're like a stale spot, but it feels like, okay, we have a character who's popular, who's getting a chance to have her own ongoing book because of the movies. We're actually going to get talent behind this instead of making it a cash grab. But Chelly's going to give us some great artwork. We're going to have Steve Orlando writing a character he clearly loves. Everything's going to be beautifully drawn, a little more sassy, a little more queer than we're normally seeing in a standard Marvel comic. It's really exciting. The fact that it has the Midnight Mission feel really helps because I love that Moon Knight book. And I think this is a great first issue for a Scarlet Witch. A post-MCU Scarlet Witch book, this is a great introduction. Are there things I hope we see happen that aren't in the book yet? Maybe. I could like to see them delve more into her psyche, but as it stands, I have no complaints about what this book did or how it set anything up. Even getting Pietro in there is really fun. It's kind of cool. Like, I am genuinely impressed with everything this book has done. I think if you need to read one Marvel book this week, this might be the one. I was very, very impressed with it. So, Scarlet Witch, issue number 1. I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.